Hey guys, and welcome back to Factorio Sea Block. So in the break, I was working out exactly how much fuel I'm actually making with this setup, and this setup is or at least it seems to be making 43.2 megawatts. Yeah, it's making 43.2 megajoules per second, which is joules over time is wattage. Is that right? Fuck knows. So yeah, 43.2 megawatts we're making. So if we get over 43.2 megawatts in power, that's when shit starts to go wrong. So I in a little break, I let everything kick itself back on. I put burner inserters here because it makes sense, basically. But yeah, we should start stockpiling back up. I turned stuff off by unplugging the water, because obviously everything comes from water. So I turned off this this big main setup here by I unplugged the water here, which turned off this brick section. And although to be fair, I feel like this brick section was pretty much done when I turned off the water anyway. Yeah, it looks like it. Did I just make a steel chest like a moron? I think so. Yeah, everything's backed up here. I think that was pretty much done then. And all of this stuff, although I think, yeah, I don't think turning that on is going to do anything. They turned off the water up here, which turned off all of these washing plants, which then ended up turning off these liquefiers here. And because those liquefiers were turned off, these guys weren't getting any mineral oil, so they couldn't do anything. It actually looks like we've got so many clean filters now that they can't actually get on the belts. Interesting. Okay. Obviously there's still little bits that are still moving through, but with there being no, or at least hardly any mineral sludge left, then this will all stop eventually. Yeah, so that's the last of it. There's that bobmonium that's coming through now. And then the good thing about that is it'll obviously, all the backlog will get worked through. Yay. So let's say we've got 43.2 megajoules. I'm actually going to write that down. 43.2. Okay. So obviously when I'm kicking all this on, it's going over that, which is then causing us to have a brownout. And I need to think of ways to get more power. And one of the ways I thought about is, why not just use solar? I mean, solar's totally doable right now. It's literally just steel and copper and, well, electronic circuits. But I can get all of that being made automatically pretty easily. Steel, copper, and electronic circuits. So let's research solar for now. Then one of the things that I do want is, let's get the iron. So I can get advanced iron smelting. That was the next thing that I was going to do. So let's get advanced iron smelting just now, and then we can get solar, because before, until we've got advanced iron smelting, I don't really want to do solar. I really need to bring back the slag out of this thing, but it's like, ugh. I'm not really feeling it. So I'd probably be better off just doing that and then grabbing. Put you there. Actually, let's shimmy. And then what I'll do is I'll put you close. Okay. Pick up the slag. Drop off the slag. There we go. I'll be a robot for now. I thought this is oil processing. I was like, no. Right, so we're getting the ore processing for the iron ore. And I don't know how much iron ore we're getting, but we'll just start a hell mod. I can't start a fucking hell mod just now because I don't have the advanced iron smelting to do it. Right, we need this. We need ore processing 1, and we need the strand casting. And then we can get advanced iron smelting, which allows us to process the iron, then add charcoal to the processed iron to make iron ingots. We don't have manganese or molten iron. Two iron sheet coils. 80 molten iron. One gets 4 iron plate. Well, so what's the point in... Is it just quicker than... I'm guessing a strand casting is just quicker than doing anything else. And then chopping in iron plates. Right, and then where's the... Is there a steel one, or have I already got the steel one? Yeah, I can't get the second one. Okay. So prior to that... Okay, I can use iron ingots and oxygen to make steel. Okay, and then use advanced steel smelting to smelt it down. Okay. Such a fucking nightmare. Also, I can get some iron and some copper. But like I say, I need to get a lot of fucking shit on an actual main bus and get this organized, because right now it's so disorganized that it's hard to get anything done. I mean, it's going to require massive builds for quite a lot of stuff if I want to get a factory that's running to any sort of freaking efficiency. Power is always going to be an issue, which is why I wanted to go for solar, because I mean, until you get to nuclear, it's like, ugh. I don't know. It's just such a big, and I suppose that's supposed to be the draw. It's like, it's such a big build in order just to make stuff that, like, it's such a big build in order just to make freaking bits of wood to then smelt into charcoal to then be turned into freaking charcoal thingos. You know what I mean? It's like I need these 5 here to make enough soil to feed all the tree seed shitty whatnots. Why you got... This always been short on water? Fucking hell. Didn't actually realise that, there we go. There wasn't enough water to actually sustain what we were doing here. It turns out that is literally the only thing that's been keeping this from going full pelt. And that's why I was getting not as much power as I expected. Or not as much wood as I expected. God, these take forever. So what is that then? So if I add, I hate that I can't control F just to get into there. Right, if I add wood bricks, because that's essentially all that we're really making. Got one of these and 6 of those. So how much does that actually make me a second? That's one wood brick a second. Yeah, it makes... Ah, and that's crafting speed's half. Okay, so we're getting 1 wood brick a second. From that, we're getting cellulose fibre. From changing wood into cellulose fibre, we're getting raw wood from that. We're getting tree seeds from that. It's not a swamp one, it's a desert one. I don't know if there's any difference, any major difference anyway. I want the iron smelting, so I'm going to need strand casting. Right, I'm getting soil via 5 of those, which is true. Getting compost via brown algae. I just wanted to have a look at the electrical consumption of this setup. Okay, what am I missing? Saline water and mud. I'm getting mud from this. And we go all the way down to... There we go. Okay. Wait. Oh no, I don't think we actually... I was going to say, wait, we're getting... Yeah, we're getting excess mud product. Right, that's fine. I understand that. And hydrogen sulfide gas and excess heavy mud water. It's not that we get excess heavy mud water, we actually get excess saline water. And it's the saline water that we get rid of, I think. Yeah, it is. What I should do actually, that's quite wasteful. Because I'm asking that, I didn't even think. I'm basically asking that to propagate everything all the way down the line so that I can get rid of the excess. And like I say, that's quite wasteful. So what would be better doing is bumping you up there. Okay, and then doing that. Right, getting you there. Where's my fucking clarifier? There, sir. Not a top up. Don't build me one of them, please. An overflow here. Okay, so there's. Ah, but then that'll just constantly make. Because nothing's going to overflow on this. Because it's obviously this stuff that I want. No, surely... Well, why have I got you overflowing? Why did I have you overflowing if we had saline water? Was there any point? No. Because all we want from you is saline water. So there's no point overflowing saline water. That was just fucking such a waste. The only thing that we may overflow on will be mud. And this yellow shit. Ah. Except the problem herein begins when... I understand why I was overflowing on saline water. I get it now. It's okay. Okay, so I'm not as stupid or as wasteful as I thought I was. The reason we're overflowing on saline water is obviously because we need mud. And if there's too much... So that means I shouldn't be overflowing on mud then. It's like there's a couple of things that I just shouldn't be overflowing on. And mud is one of them. Right, there's strand casting, so let's get advanced iron smelting. Yeah, because in making just enough saline water to power it, we should be making an overflow of mud anyway. Okay. So the only thing we may excess on is saline water. Because otherwise you're just making everything work for no reason. God knows, man, it should be fine. The main thing is that all of these are working now. Because without that, it was causing all sorts of issues. Alright, we're fully backed up on power. Alright, well, how much is that actually using then? 3.8 megawatts in order to make 43. So, basically a 40 megawatt. That's the thing, that's making a 40 megawatt improvement, that's crazy. How much is 40 megawatts worth of solar panels is... What is that? How many kilowatts is in a fucking megawatt? It's 1,000, isn't it? I'm sure it is. So 40 megawatts is 40,000 divided by 60 is... We're going to need like 600 odd, 666 basically. 667 solar panels, which is 2,500 steel, in order to match just this setup. So I'm actually better off just building another one of these fucking setups if that's what I want. So yeah, solar panels really aren't the way to go, because I'm telling you now that that amount of solar panels is probably going to take up a fair bit of room. 2,700 solar panels, roughly. It's going to take up a fair bit more room than this setup. Plus, this setup gets more efficient with time. Right. So we're still not... we still haven't made a fucking decision, basically. Right, so what if I took this exact same output here and then changed you to 2 wood bricks a second? Changed you to that assembly machine. Right. How much does that basically affect everything? I need 4 seed generators, 14 arboretums. That's washing plants Mark 2. What if I only had 1? Wait, what the fuck are you making? Why the fuck are you making so much heavy mud water, you dick? I don't understand. If I change that to maximum of 1 per block. Ah, why does it do that? And it's like, oh, well, we can have like 6 blocks then. No! It annoys me because it doesn't take into account how much the rest of the things are fucking making. So let's just check then. The saline water from the mud is making 1 mud every 5 seconds. So if you're making 1 mud every 5 seconds, what was the wash plants? 1.5. So 1 divided by 5 times 0.5 is 0.3 a second. If they're making 0.3 a second, then this will require... a 1.8 mud. Is that the compost? No, right, okay, so that'll require 1.8 mud, so 1.8 divided by 0.3 is 6, so you need 6 plants, basically. Right, so that's 6 doing 1.5. So 6 divided by 1.5, sorry, 6 times 1.5 is 9. So it's 9 washing plants. Sorry, 9 washing plants per second, if that makes sense. And then divide it by 2.25. And that's 4. So 4 washing plant Mark 2s will create enough mud. So if I make all of these washing plant Mark 2s, that will create enough mud. I can make washing plant Mark 2s, can't I? Just stealing shit? Yeah, that's fine. So I can make washing plant Mark 2s, that's good. What does this require? Stealing clay blick? That's fine. Why am I doing technology? Oh, whatever. Metallurgy can go. Right. So we can make this work with washing plant Mark 2s. If I use just with an algae farm Mark 2, I only need 1, so that's fine, that's all steel plate and stuff, I can do that. Just a Mark 1 composter, 10 assembly machines, 4 desert tree seed generators. But do I not need 4 desert trees to make 4 desert tree seed generators? And I only have 1. So... how can I make... I can't. The only way I can get a desert tree is by running around like a madman looking for desert trees. Right. Alright, well maybe we'll do that in the next episode, then go on a desert tree hunt, because I'm going to need another... technically, another one. If I'm wanting to upgrade what I've currently got, in order to make 2 a second. Which I might do. We'll see. I'll decide in the next episode. But, as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Steeder, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.